Hey there folks, it's Mark Johnson from tech-snobs.com. Today I'm going to do a full review of the BlackBerry Bold 9900. Now this is the 4G variant on T-Mobile, and I've been using this for quite a while now. Shout out to RIM for sending me a review unit, and I do like this device. I mean, I honestly, and I'm gonna come from an aspect of I've been using BlackBerries for quite a while. Over the years, probably about 12 years in fact, and this is definitely the best one and probably the best revised and upgraded one I've used. And I say that because I've used two-way pagers back in the day, and now I've got to the point, just from a few months ago, I was using the BlackBerry Bold 9650, and when I look at both of these devices in terms of thickness, usability, overall build quality in the hand, the Bold just knocks it out of the water. I mean, first of all, I start off with the touch screen on this is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's definitely, they've done a great job with the touch screen on this. Honestly, in a lot of cases, it's better than any Android device as far as sensitivity and just how quick it moves, with the touch screen. So it's definitely a great touchscreen on this device. Now, with that being said, I mean, getting to some of the media and stuff can be a challenge with this operating system, just because when you have to use the BlackBerry button still, and there's really there's really no so much of a long press with a lot of buttons outside of the BlackBerry button, but it does give you the ability to multitask and jump in between applications, which is works. It's just fast. I mean, like, overall, I'm just impressed with the speed of it, because when I was using the 9650, that thing, after it got OS 6, it just slowed down to a crawl. That's not the case here. It's got a 5 megapixel camera, which works out well, rather quick. And another thing, unlike most BlackBerries in the past, is this one does have onboard storage. And I want to say it's got 8 gigs of storage, and that's good. I mean, that's very, very good, because in the past, a lot of BlackBerries wouldn't even have 100 megs, much less any gigabytes of storage without adding a memory slot. A micro SD card, which you can do on this one as well. So when I go ahead and use it, like if you're a big BlackBerry fan, if you really like using the keyboard, which this one does have, I mean, the keyboard on this is great. I mean, by all means, I mean, you could type on this very good, and I definitely cannot, I can't hate on the keyboard at all. I mean, if you're looking for a keyboard device, if you're using a BlackBerry now, and you're wondering, well, hey, is a worthy upgrade? I'd say yes. And then after what I've seen on all the carriers, the only downfall I was giving this initially was the price. And T-Mobile, when I got this device a few weeks ago, they had it listed at $299 on the 2-year contract, which I thought was just crazy. Now I've seen it for $99 at pretty much every carrier except T-Mobile. I have to double check my price on T-Mobile, but that was the only downfall I would say, was just the price, because it's not a very competitive price, especially with them having BlackBerry 10 coming out, which is a complete overhaul of the operating system itself, and that should be out later in the year. They just had a BlackBerry World conference earlier this month. But the App Store on this, speaking of apps, it is definitely it's a lot to be desired in a lot of aspects. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it comes to a point where a lot of developers have put their focus elsewhere, mainly on the iOS and the having an issue connecting to it now on the iOS and Android, but they are working on that, and I do know that's something that they're going to be really emphasizing in the future, because honestly, that's really what's going to make all these devices, make or break it, is the operating system itself. But when I really look at overall what comes with the OS, you do have your media options here, podcast, BBM music, video camera, pictures, videos. So it does have the capability to do it. It's just that they really haven't focused on it in the past, as far as RIM has. So we're going to see how that's going to change, with the next iteration of the OS. One cool thing, you can turn this into a hotspot as well. So that's definitely one thing that stands out. So overall, I would say this is the best BlackBerry you can buy. I mean, by far. And honestly, when you look at some of these other messaging phones out there that are in the same price range of $100, I definitely say you want to give this a strong look, because if you want a keyboard and a touchscreen together, I really don't see there any other device out there being able to give you the type of performance that this one's going to give you. Much less, and then let's not even forget about the all important thing, is the battery life, which Blackberries have always been known for. And that, at this point, again, it's got fantastic battery life. I mean, I've gone days without charging it. And that's just, this just speaks to, and it's only got, I want to think, maybe like a 1250 milliamp hour battery in it. So that speaks volumes there. So definitely, I could definitely recommend this. Obviously, if you're, looking for other types of devices, whether it be iPhone or Android, BlackBerry, Windows Phone, definitely if you're looking for a keyboard and a touchscreen combination, definitely take a look at the Bold, because you probably won't be disappointed at all, especially if you're doing a lot of emails and text, because this is going to give you the battery life and the performance that you're looking for. Be sure to check out tech-snobs.com for more information. I'm also going to be doing some other things here on Pinterest, and I'm also on Twitter at @a tech snob. All right, appreciate you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.